All right, so definitely gonna slow it down today. I need to review basically everything I've been doing wrong. So I went ahead and drew everything out for today. I did draw RMED's daily chart out. I don't know why it's not showing up here. I did draw that out though. Let's see, but our leading gapper is AKUS. We have a lot of them actually on watch. So AKUS, RMED, Jesus, and then we have AVEO, ATXI, and LASE. So LASE is pulling back here. I don't really like the daily on this one, so I probably won't trade that one. But ATXI, this one is gapping up. I do like its daily for the break of this last 1 minute high here. High is 406. We already broke it pre-market, but still. I also drew the daily on all these charts. I don't know why. That's why I have these lines highlighted here. I don't know why it's not showing any daily levels. That's kind of weird. So I swapped my time frame. So this is a large time frame, the 5 minute and the 10 minute. I'm gonna try and keep these open and trade off of these levels now. We'll see how it goes, if it makes a difference or not. ATXI. Oops, I'm already watching that one. RMED. Let's hit the scans. The only one that's easy to borrow as far as I know right now is AVEO though. There's a lot of sellers stacked on this one as well. We'll keep ATXI on watch because ATXI is forming a setup here, so I'll have to wait for the next, I don't know, 10 minutes for this to actually set up properly. But we'll see if it respects these lines. Technically have some support there. See if it respects that level or just rejects. If anything, I'd be going for the pre-market high break on this one. Yeah, so pre-market high here is basically 420. Huge seller at 14 and massive one at 2021. There's another one here at geez. Right there, 15. Jeez, I was trying to look for him. So you have one at 15, 14, 21, and 20. Or not 21, I guess. 20. Jeez, that's massive sellers there. Now we're breaking higher. That's 20. So double top so far. I guess we can delete this line study. Broke 20. Jesus, dude. This is so annoying. These charts suck. I'm trying to zoom out, and I can't even zoom out. Trying to click on this line here. Can't click this line at all. We're just gonna delete all of them for this one. This is ridiculous. Alright. That's getting annoying. Okay, so I don't see any setup in particular yet. Besides this one here. It's like a wedge here. In a way, I guess. So our leading gapper is basically dead on volume. There's nothing going on there. This one, let's check this one out. This is not easy to borrow, so I can't trade this one. Bounced right off support, actually. AHRs hitting the scans, actually. Light on volume. So here on ATXI, I would want to get short on it for the break of low a day here, through 395, and then my target would be this first low here of 83. So break of 4 into this low here of 95, which broke through 95, and I'd still keep holding for the break of 83, 86. Unfortunately, this isn't easy to borrow, which sucks. See if it breaks through 86. Having a hard time breaking through 86 here. There it is. So 83, double bottom there. See if it breaks through 83. Massive support there, 83. So no, this one's taking a while to break it. Break 83. It's not breaking higher, but it's also not breaking lower here. Let's see, is this the break here? Nope, we got the bid stacking up there again. So it's holding. I'd probably get long here at this point because it's held too many times. It already broke its 5 and 10 minute low. So I would just imagine if it can't break 83, I mean, we already spent 2 minutes practically in this candle. It has to break it within this next candle. If not, it's just gonna pop, I think. So AEHR is forming here, setting up. I do like its 10 minute actually. I could get long here in anticipation. Or I could just wait for its next 5 minute candle. Wait it out. AHR, I don't mind getting short here. It's just that huge bid there. I'll get short at 65. I'm going to be looking for the break and continuation through VWAP. Now we are breaking low of day, basically. It's just these massive bids here, 60, 61, 59. We got this massive one here, like right where I entered at 65, so... I didn't see it break lower there into 64. Apparently it did, I just didn't see that. Hit VWAP, so... I'm already a little late on this one to begin with. Check the 10-minute chart. We got quite a ways away before we hit our next support, which would be around 1450. Or resistance, I guess, to the short side. We have KPRX on watch as well. This one just got halted going up. I didn't even realize AKUS was also easy to borrow. Wow, that's a leading gap or two. I could have shorted it at AVEO up there. This is the one that I'm trading in at the moment. It's not volatile at all, so I'm just gonna stop out of this one because it's not volatile. I'm not getting any price action off of this whatsoever, so we're just gonna stop there. Oh, I accidentally added to my short. Jesus. That was completely by accident. Great. Okay, just hit the bid there, whatever. Jesus, man. So added and then also stuffed out for a loss on both of those trades right there. That was completely by accident. LASE, not easy to borrow either. AKUS. We can look for that retest of VWAP here and then enter for a short down below this low here. And then target the pre-market lows here. Target this one right here first. I don't know, we'll see. AVEO. So this would have been nice for a short right here too. I like hitting the scans. I really wish I could have shorted this one because this one was probably the most obvious position that I can find right now. At least on this 5-minute. I'm pretty sure on the 1-minute there's a lot of trades I would have already taken. On ATXI especially. If we flip to the 1-minute on this one, I'm pretty sure I would have got chopped out several times here. I would have taken this one right here, most likely for the break of this high into this range. I'm almost for sure I would have taken that. This 1-minute, I don't think I would have taken it. I probably would have taken this trade here for a long. If it was shortable, I'd definitely take this trade because I think that even shows in the 5-minute. And otherwise, I mean, bear flag, it's like the perfect short, but obviously I can't take that on this 1-minute. So in a way, the 5-minute has definitely slowed me down. It's a lot more, I guess, difficult trading on the 5-minute alone, but I am having to be patient here, waiting for a particular setup. AHR, I guess this one just hit the scans. So that was a good opportunity to go long there on the 5-minute. I hadn't seen that yet. Let's see what's going on here. Bro, this is actually pissing me off. I can't even click a stupid line. Like, oh my gosh, just click the stupid line. Like, I'm literally on the line right here. This is insane. Okay, I'm gonna have to load another chart. It's just, Jesus, man. Okay, if this can break below VO up at 21, I will definitely take a short for the breakthrough 18, and then targets are the lows here on pre-market. I mean, the lows are all the way down here at 1680, but I still like it for that low. Gonna watch this one. AHR is probably the one I like the most at the moment. Everything else is kind of just selling off or just trash. So RMED, can't short this one. AVEO, I can. Has a excuse me, has a triangle formation right here. I guess it's a bear flag on its 5-minute. So I'm liking this setup, but this one has like, it's still in the 66, 67 range that I was trading back here 2 candles ago. So not a lot of movement. I'm gonna probably take this one off. AVEO, I don't really care about. ILAG. ILAG doesn't look bad for a 5-minute higher break. We'll keep ILAG on watch as well, because I do like this one if it can break its high here. This is setting up to form a kind of harami candle here. Let me double check. Yeah, so it's somewhat of a harami here on ILAG, and I guess my target would be towards the high day, which would be 337. That's pretty much what we can go for. It's already beating its pre-market highs, but the previous day, we can go for this high here. That's our first major resistance. We have another one up here above 50. This is probably the heaviest resistance up there at 57. Okay, so the more I look at this one, the more I really like it. We'll go back to AEHR, make sure we're not missing the move there. So AEHR, we can get short on this once it comes back here towards VWAP. He already broke 18, that's okay. But the next 5 minute, I definitely want to take it short. If we can get closer to 1820 towards VWAP, I would definitely take this. And I'll probably take large size on both of these. We'll see what direction it heads in. Here it's popping up. Wait for its next 5 minutes to open so we won't get faked out here. It's 7/1. I'm trying to get, I have to get on the bid, so I'm trying to, I'll just get in 1,000 shares at 1801. We'll wait for this one to figure itself out. It's probably gonna pop on me. It literally just popped right there. So I like here, finish low. So I don't really like that. I was hoping that it would finish pretty high so we can get an entry at 320. But now it's kind of forming it's making lower highs, and it looks like it's about to make a lower low here, but it's not easy to borrow. So I guess I can't take that on. We'll go back to AHR. AHR popping on me here. I'll take a VWAP entry. So this is originally what I was gonna go for. Well, I missed my opportunity there, I guess. I'm waiting to add on this. Massive bid there at 10. Okay, so let's see what's going on in the 1 minute, because obviously this is not a good trade. So this is a long entry that I would typically take at this point down here. Or right here actually for the break of VWAP. So I'd be getting in here. If it finished a little lower though, I'd be getting in for the break of 1830. We'll continue to hold for now, I guess, but this, I mean, I guess it's because I got in so early. That's why I'm kind of getting nervous right now. But I'm going to stick to my original plan. We're going to look for the break of this low. This is probably a 5-minute pullback, so I got in a little early. I'm looking for this to break this low once again. Original target is going to be the low of 1793. And I guess my overall target would be the break here of 1754. So now we're back to 1807, 1803. We're starting to break lower here on this 5-minute. I really wish I would have waited it out a little longer because I thought it was just going to go without me, so I decided to take an entry. I was going to add up there at 1830, 1820 level, but I felt if I added and then the 1 minute was completely reversing on me, then I'm just totally screwed. So still hasn't made a higher high, so we're still doing okay. I'm obviously red on the trade right now, but I think we're still in an okay zone, especially with this 5-minute finishing the way it is. It's just retesting the VWAP. Try not to freak out about it. I do want to add into this position, but I'm going to go ahead and wait for this next 5-minute open. Still have a little more time on it. Let's go back to ILAG. ILAG is still finishing high, so it's not looking too bad. It's just this 10 minutes finishing pretty low here. Now, if this can finish above in the 20s, then I might just take a long. I'm going to look for this to go towards high a day here, or at least break these highs. 29. It's held up 1, 2, 3 different times, but it's made lower lows. It's made higher lows. I mean, it's made higher lows but lower highs. So it's condensing here in somewhat of a triangle. So let's see if this can finish in the 20s. There it is. I'll get long here for this next next 5-minute candle to break its highs. You have massive sellers at 24 and another at 30. See if I can get an entry at 20. It's gonna be a micro pullback. Volume's extremely light on this one. Geez, the volume is just crazy light on this one. Along there at 23, I'm going to be looking for the high here of 28 and then eventually break through 29. I don't know if we'll get the break a high day here, 37, but overall I do want to go for the high of 28 at least. So we'll go back to AEHR, see where we're at on this one. So I can go ahead and add on this position here, the break of its 10-minute low. I'll be looking to add closer to VWAP. Just need that bid to move, or bid to find continuation. Popping up again here. I can look at the 1 minute potentially to add, but I gotta be careful here. Break it this high, 31, that'd be pretty much it for me. I mean, it broke right there. And I had to stop. So that's a $400 loss right there. It tested 3, 4 different times, held like, that's so annoying. So I guess it's my fault for not letting it test these levels. It's a good thing it didn't add into my position though. Maybe there's just something I didn't see here in the pattern. I figured since it opened low, then I guess this previous 5 minutes since I opened low, I wanted to pull back towards VWAP here, and then we'd seen that rejection, and then obviously it's just surging now. So, I don't know. The 5 minutes not something that I thought it would be easier to trade on because the setups seem more obvious, but same time, not exactly. So I like is working out though. This one is actually moving towards the direction I was looking for. So we got 37 here. That's the high I'm really wanting to break. See if we can get that within this 10-minute candle here. At 34 right now. We'll continue to hold and wait for this to actually do what it needs to do. Massive seller at 33, massive seller at 35, and you have them all stacked at 40. God, it's so unfortunate that AEHR just didn't work out. To the short side at least. Well, I missed my sell. My area to sell there. Broke the high. Oh, that sucks. See if I can even exit here. Jesus, that sucks. Next 5 minute just open there. I guess that's what I get for not paying attention. 31 by 31. Sure. We'll take it off at 34, I guess. I missed my exit. That sucks. So sold it there. It might break its last 5 minute high here. Yep, broke it right away. So 38. High of this candle was also 38. And there's continuation on the 5 minute now. So sold my full position there. I should have at least sold half, I guess, but so 23 to 34, that's $100. That one worked out. AEHR just did not work out, and look at it, it's coming back to its lows here. We can take another stab at it here at VWAP. I'll take a short position, short entry here at 1811. We're gonna look for that low break on 18 here. If we can break out of this channel. So now my target is just a break of 18 overall. But if we break on this next 10 minute is going to open here pretty soon. This is technically I guess a bear flag in a way. So we could look for this bear flag. Probably this next 5 minute I might add on it for the break of 18 and then a target towards 1760. And we definitely need to break this 10 minute low. If this 10 minute finishes high, I'm totally screwed. So again, this is a second early anticipation trade and now it's popping on me again. So I basically bought the bottom of this channel and this is what I'm getting for it, I guess. So go back to this 1 minute and see exactly what's going on here. It's choppy, it's not a lot of volume in it. Stock's basically dead. It is forming a triangle formation somewhat, so 840 I could add into my position, but if this completely takes off on me, I'm screwed. So I gotta be careful with where I add or what I'm doing here. I'm already red another $100 on this one. Actually 200. Let's see if this channel actually works. We'll go ahead and add. We can make a lower high based on this triangle formation. That'd be perfect. Go ahead and add into my position if we can hit, I guess, 35 area. Okay, so we're back to 820 here. See if we can break through 820 and can find continuation beyond this low that I got in at. I basically got in at the exact bottom here, so no, it's actually spiking on me. Go ahead and add there. Oh, well, I didn't even, it's actually breaking out. I'm gonna have to stop out the loss here. Stopped out at the very top of this candle, actually. So 2 back-to-back losses on this one. I need to go back and review exactly what I was doing wrong. Obviously, now that I'm looking at it, I'm literally buying the bottom of the channel here. So just to see if this channel is actually gonna break out or not, or what I'm really buying, we can get long for its 10-minute high break towards 1860. So I'll go ahead and take a long position here, 1838. Gotten a little high on this one as well. It's probably gonna come back towards VWAP. That's fine. We'll go ahead and take a long and see if this channel is actually gonna work out in my favor. Right, just like that, immediately down 20 cents, so another $200 on this stock. Could add into it, but I'm not gonna take that risk. Just like these other positions, I could have added into it, but like I said, my target was to add at 1840 level, 1830 something level, 35, 36. Obviously, if I added right now, that would have worked out perfectly. But I mean, the direction this thing finished in, you know, finished high on a 10-minute. I can only imagine it's 5-minute. So this one's a tough one to trade. Again, light volume, so it's not a good stock for me to be trading because it's just spready with light volume. So this is already breaking my rules. I've already took multiple losses on this one. There's no sense in trading it still. We'll let this, I'll sit it out and I'll let this one figure itself out. We'll go back to iLag. So iLag did break its high and now it's coming back down here. Another one trading in a small range, so go ahead and draw that out here. So could have bought the bottom there. I could get long again in anticipation. I'll get long at 1830. Find continuation through this pattern here, I guess. You have resistance here at 37. I could just draw this out here, I guess. Okay, back to AEHR. Still red on this one. Ended up breaking lower there. Okay, so I like coming down below again. We gotta wait for this next 5-minute open here. I literally took a really bad entry if I'm being totally honest, because I'm in the middle of this whole channel here, this whole range. So it's not it's not a good entry. I already know that coming into it. But I'm waiting for this next 5 minutes to see if this will actually ride up towards the highs again. So far it's not working out. I need more practice with this method, obviously. Plus it's not maybe it's also not the right market to be trading these types of or taking these types of trades in. I am waiting longer, I guess. Like I am taking my time here. The problem with this stock at the moment, especially AEHR, is that I'm not even respecting a stop loss. So that's a major problem with this one, why I've taken such a massive loss already with this stock, because I'm not respecting a stop loss. I was going for a short for the break at this low and then eventually target low of day. Obviously didn't work out, popped on me. Okay, I understand. Maybe I got in a little too early. I needed it to retest and everything to double check. And then I sold for a loss. shorted again down here in an early anticipation of the break, like once more. Immediately popped on me, and it was a red trade. Come back in, I'm like, okay, let me flip long. And I mean, it's kind of a mistake to be flipping long, but I got an early on the 10-minute in anticipation, and I'm gonna go ahead and close my position here. So I went ahead and closed my position there at 23 or 15 actually, and that's pretty much a massive loss again. So once more, if I flip short here, would it be a mistake? Because my target again would be for the low, breaking this low here, but looks like it's gonna be long because it's still within this channel range. So that if I would have flipped short, that would have been a big mistake. Off technical analysis for the break of this low, I mean, that would have been a mistake because it just popped. So this range obviously is holding up. Now I went long in the middle of the range, and that's completely my fault there. Shorted at the bottom, shorted at the bottom. So, you know, that's kind of on me at this point. I'm still looking for this range to break out though, with out of this channel. I'm looking for that breakout, and that's pretty much the idea behind me taking these trades here. Oh my god. But I obviously need more practice with this style of trading. Just seeing how low it's finishing here makes me feel like it's a huge triangle. So I had already drawn it out from the top of this candle, basically down here. That's basically what I'm seeing, and that's why I'm trying to short, trying to short, trying to short. It's condensing a lot here, but I don't know what direction it's gonna go at this point. I guess I'd have to wait for it to break, retest, and then take an entry. I mean, that's really how the strategy, or not strategy, but that's really how the patterns normally work. It's just I'm getting in early almost always. So that's another big thing I started realizing I'm doing. It's getting in for those early anticipation type of moves. Oh shoot, I'm still long on this. Okay. So now ILAG's breaking pattern here. Stopping out with the loss. Basically gave back all my profit on ILAG. 30 by, no, it's like a $60 loser there. So we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up here at this point. I do need more practice with this, and I'm gonna go ahead and go back to the tape, I guess, to review the whole thing. Obviously, I find the ranges and everything so late though. I noticed that that's something that I'm doing wrong. I'm trying to figure out basically where these ranges are, where I can buy in, where not to buy in. It's just that my recognition is like I take too long to find these things. Let's see, AKUS. I would want to short AKUS here below 13. ATXI. I mean, one like ATXI here was pretty obvious to me, I think, especially when you go back to its 1 minute. I would have shorted right here, definitely, but it's not easy to borrow. Pull back, short. Pull back, short. It's just, this one was so obvious to me. I don't know why. It's just these are kind of textbook bear flags and then textbook trades, in my opinion. But I can't short it, so it sucks. I can't actually trade it. This initial move up here, if I had it on the 1 minute, I would have taken that. But since it was on the 5 minute, I mean, I wouldn't even have known, or I didn't even know because it was on the 5 minute. But if you go back to its 1 minute again, I would have got long right here too, and that would have been a massive false break on me. Then I would have flopped short for the break or continuation through low a day. I guess for ILAG, if we go back to ILAG, no, it's not ILAG. AEHR. I guess for AEHR, the problem was that I was targeting low a day so high. It already had a huge run up. It already had a big retracement. So for me to short and look for it to go lower, it was just a mistake already. So went high. I should have let this settle out here, taken more time, bounce up, and then figure out what it's gonna do. I could have got short here, maybe, rode this towards this level, and then drawn out the line here. So I could have just waited and drawn out the lines later. Look at that. Now it's so I got in the middle of the channel, which you don't want to be trading in the middle, right? Because trading in the middle, I mean, you're trading in the chop basically. So taking this entry here, I guess it was just a FOMO play. I didn't want to miss it, but I also figured, well, this could find continuation towards the high of 1878 and then come back down. But it's the same thing that happened yesterday. I forgot what stock we were trading. Um, the problem with today though is I literally had no stop loss. Like I literally just got in to see what it was gonna do and then let it go against me until it's too far against me and then I cut it. Same with this trade here. Got in and then it went against me, let it keep going, see how far I was gonna get, and then I was like, okay, that's enough, and I cut it. So that's something I do need to work on. I like this strategy, I guess. I don't mind it on its the 5 minute was kind of like I guess I should have the 5 and 1 minute open just to see more or less what's going on. Because obviously I was getting in on the 5 and 10 minute for the break of the low a day here, or going for the low a day, but breaking these lows pretty much. So if I would have seen it on the 1 minute a long time ago, I mean I could have potentially saved myself from a loss multiple times, just because it's a smaller time frame. But at the same time, I don't know. I'm gonna have to go back and review and see if there's anything different I could have done, uh, outside of blaming the time frames here. That's a really nice bounce from the low of this channel. So this is basically the channel that I could have been trading in. So I could have got long down here, and at any point down here, it was choppy, but it finally broke out. Now look at that. It's made over a 30-cent move already. So going back to iLag broke out of its channel finally, and now it's retesting these lows. Or it's gonna be retesting this channel just in general. So we have to hold below this level pretty much, and then shoot lower through VWAP, and that would be the target basically. But the more this pops up, I mean, it could just start trading back in this channel range. But okay, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up. A lot slower of a day today. Let me go ahead and go check the, you know, so 992 again. I took way less trades, 6 trades total. Fat losses on them. Obviously AEHR, primarily because I had no stop loss on it at all. There's literally no stop loss, so that's completely my fault. This one was already like a $400, $500 loser. This one's another like 300, and then this one the same thing, another like 300. So I mean, it was just back to back to back losers. Um, obviously my fault for not having a stop loss, but next time coming in, I know, okay, now I have to have some sort of stop loss. I have to have something going on here. And because like I said, in almost every other trade, I have a stop loss almost always, like 15 cents. But because it was trading on the 5 minute, I didn't really know where I should have my stop loss. Or look at that, that's a nice break of high day there. Just hit my scans right now. It's kind of annoying. I could have got in back here on this one too. Wow. So that's a good move that's just missed entirely here from 880 all the way to 960 or 950 now. Dang. What a break. Even here, 840 all the way to 920. 80 cents right there. What a move. So that kind of sucks. I just missed that whole thing. Jesus. I do like trading on the 5 minute so far. It's not that bad. But again, I can't really see what's going on its smaller time frame. I'm just at this point kind of guessing. Look at that parabolic move all the way through 880 to 1020 now. See, in this case, I'd be waiting for this 5 minutes to form here. So what I'll try tomorrow is have the 1 minute up as I normally do, and then I'll have the 5 minute up. I'll remove the 10 minute most likely. I'll keep the daily. Maybe going for this daily high break right here though. 10:35. It's 30. It's 20-cent spread just above for a second there. It's 30 again. There, we broke that. We broke this high here. 35. We hit 38 on this candle. So we did get the daily high break. That was a really nice rip on KPRX here. But okay, for sure, lesson learned. I do need a stop loss. I mean, you always need a stop loss. But obviously I just wasn't respecting one. I didn't have one thought out or anything. Again, because I was letting this work, just because it was a higher time frame. My entries weren't the best. Obviously I didn't let this thing figure itself out. I just figured, oh, we have an inside candle here, I guess, and it's probably gonna break this low, continue lower. But if I would have looked back at the 1 minute, at this point in time, I would have seen like, okay, we have a green candle. It's probably gonna pop up here. There's a chance that it could go lower, but I mean, it already retraced this big move. I should have let it figure itself out here, come back, retest these levels, and then just drawn out my range. Could have got long here, basically. This is the only opportunity I could have seen me getting in on, besides this one back here. That's about it. Unless I shorted all the way up here, but I wouldn't even have a range at that point yet. I wouldn't have anything figured out by this point. I'd have to wait for this to come back down and form this range. I mean, in a way, I guess you can have a smaller range here. So I could have caught this trade actually. But this is on the 1 minute. I wouldn't have seen this on the 5. So you have a small range here. So I could have followed this here, taken a short up here, traded it down towards this low. Once it broke through, I mean, open pretty high, and then taking a short here because it broke out of the channel, and then taking an entry here, and then this would technically be a second channel here, a whole new channel. And I'll just readjust on this one. Yeah, so I guess that would have been a second channel. So we do have one channel here, breakthrough, second channel here. So I guess I could have taken multiple entries, but again, that's on the 1 minute, and I wouldn't have seen this on this 5 minute. 5 minute just looked like that. I wouldn't have traded that yet on this 5 minutes. So I have some adjusting to do. I'm gonna go ahead and obviously have a stop loss. I'll come up with one today as to how I'm gonna do it with these 5 minute setups. And I'm also gonna look at opening the 1 minute and closing the 10 minute. Not having too many time frames on my screen here. But mainly just the stop loss. I'm taking big size positions, and I should have taken smaller ones, but again, I figured with commissions I might as well take larger share size. And it didn't work out so bad on ILAG either. So ILAG, we did have a nice trade here from 23 to 34. It did hit my target of 37, hit at 38 or 39 actually. I hit 40 there. I just sold for I guess I sold less than what I was actually going for, but still, this was about $100 trade here. The problem with this trade, obviously, I got long again in the middle of this channel, so that was completely my fault, and I sold for the bottom of this channel here. So that was completely on me. Now, if we open the 1 minute on this chart, we did get the retest here on the channel. Could have got short here on the retest, and now it's breaking lower because now it's finally breaking out of this channel. But and it wasn't a bad sell up here, I guess. Did break out. Let's see, why is it that on the 5 minute? Oh, okay, I see. Okay. Yeah, so got long towards the bottom of this channel and was able to get some profit. Now it wasn't a large mover though. I was not a big mover, so it was only like $100. Then I lost most of it on this trade back here, like 6 cents. So I mean, I lost like 60 of it. So I made some money and then lost to commissions as well. So only finished up $30 on that one. AVEO, I don't even remember. I think I accidentally took this trade. Oh yeah, this is the one I added on by accident. So this one's just not it either. Low volume, just not a lot of people, not a lot of action on it. So that was kind of a waste. But AHR was one that completely killed it. It was my poor recognition of the channels again because I'm on the 5 minute, but at the same time it was also because I had no stop loss. That's basically why I had such a massive loss on AHR. It's just no stop loss, no plan to stop out whatsoever. But now that I know that tomorrow I'm going to open the 1 minute, we're going to test that out. Let's just say I got short here, my stop would be break this last or breakthrough VWAP or break a VWAP or something in relation. Like I'm going to have an idea as to where to stop come this next trading day, which would be tomorrow. We're going to test out this strategy and continue testing out this strategy. The other one that I was trying was basically the orb strategy, and that one, same situation. I just had no true profit target, and I wasn't focused on any patterns. I wasn't focused on anything yesterday whatsoever. No trend lines, no support resistance levels. I was just trading to see if it was going to work. Basically, it was like if I saw, for example, this candle, I would have got long here and then just held it and then see where it went. But we had no follow through yesterday whatsoever. Could have even got long here, long, and then see where it went. And then sold on a consolidation candle like this one here. That was basically what I was doing yesterday. That's why I also took a massive loss. Today was just an unnecessary amount of loss just because no stop loss once again. I already know that. So this one, like for example, if it was the orb strategy that I was trying to do yesterday, I'd be getting short here and then letting this ride and see how far it goes. I guess my target would be 18 basically, so 20 all the way to 18. That's if it even respects this low, because it is breaking out of the channel finally. But we'll see what it's actually going to do here. Actually, I probably won't wait. It's already 10:30. I actually do have to go. So anyways, that being said, I'll go ahead and wrap it up here. I won't have time to add any time frames on the or timestamps on the video, so I will possibly do that when I come back, but I'm gonna have to take off already. So anyway, I'll be back to work on my trading style tomorrow, and we'll go ahead and make minor adjustments so that way we can go ahead and continue practicing the strategy and go from there. So I will see you all tomorrow.